The Law of Attraction versus the Law of Action, inspired by Proctor. Crossing the threshold, Ethan Cole stared at his laptop in the dim glow of his home office. 2 years ago, he'd launched a boutique digital marketing agency, Catalyst Creations, built on creativity and hustle. Now, revenues had plateaued. His team of 4 was stretched thin. His savings dwindled, was paralyzed by a question echoing in his mind. If I can envision success, why isn't it happening? He devoured books on mindset. He'd visualized big launches. He'd even created vision boards filled with dollar signs, smiling clients, headlines praising his firm. He believed in the power of attraction. Like attracts like, as Proctor said, yet nothing changed. That night, we stumbled on Proctor's classic recording. Everything is created twice, first in the mind, then in reality. But then, Proctor added something that jolted Ethan awake. But mental creation is nothing without physical action. You must do the doing. That single line cracked his belief system open. Attraction alone wasn't enough. Today marked the day Ethan would master both the law of attraction and the law of action. The two laws, defined before transformation could begin. Ethan needed clarity on what each law truly meant. Law of attraction. Your mind is a magnet. Proctor taught. What you think about, you bring about, he explained. You are the creator of your reality through your thoughts. This law posits that your dominant thoughts radiate an energy frequency which attracts matching circumstances, people, and resources. Law of action. But Proctor also insisted, thoughts are only potential until backed by action. He coined one of his most famous lines, knowledge without application is useless. The law of action requires doing, consistent, purposeful steps toward your vision. Ethan realized he'd been worshiping attraction, immersing in vision boards, affirmations, podcasts, while neglecting action. He saw why his agency had stalled. Confronting the gap, Ethan took out his notebook. On the left page, he listed his dreams. Secure 50 new retainer clients this year, grow monthly revenue to $50,000, expand team to 10 experts on the right page, he detailed. His actions over the past 90 days, listened to 30 mindset podcasts, spent 10 hours. Weekly on vision board updates, attended 2 virtual conferences. He winced at the imbalance. Attraction activities consumed 80% of his energy, action only 20%. He journaled, "Why do I spend so much time getting inspired and so little getting it done?" He confronted a painful truth. He was addicted to feeling motivated. Rather than being productive, that evening he enacted what Proctor called a belief examination. He asked himself, which thought patterns are holding me back? What actions am I avoiding because I fear discomfort? He uncovered that cold calling prospects terrified him. Drafting proposals felt tedious. And seminars easy energy. No follow-through. Synthesizing attraction and action. Proctor taught that true mastery comes when attraction and action work together in harmony. See it in your mind first, then step boldly into the fulfillment of your vision. Ethan created a simple daily blueprint. Morning visualization attraction. 5 minutes visualizing 50 new contracts signed, feeling the pride, hearing the client's gratitude. Midday accountability action, scheduled to prospecting calls. A draft 1 proposal, review progress against yesterday's goals. Evening reflection, integration, gratitude journal. Record 3 wins, plan tomorrow's 1 non-negotiable action. He committed to this cycle. State management, the fuel for action. Proctor emphasized emotional state as the driver of consistent action. Your state of being determines your capacity to perform. Ethan learned to master his state through 3 rituals: breathwork, deep, diaphragmatic breathing. For every call, power posture, standing tall, arms raised. Repeating, I am unstoppable, anchoring, touching a stone in his pocket he'd charged. With confidence, these simple practices ensured he showed up, energized for every challenging task, no longer succumbing to procrastination's lull. The first leap of faith? Armed with balanced laws and a pumped-up state, Ethan made his first bold move. He launched a 30-day outreach blitz. He compiled a list of 200 ideal company CEOs, sent personalized video emails. Instead of generic pitches, followed up with value-packed insights on their industries. Each video ended with, "Imagine achieving their goal. I'll show you exactly how." Let's talk this week. He stepped outside his comfort zone. Action. His belief fueled that action attraction. Within 2 weeks, he booked 10 discovery calls. Before, he'd have never dared such aggressive outreach. The power of daily gratitude. While tracking metrics, Ethan also practiced Proctor's law of gratitude. Gratitude is the highest vibration you can create. Each evening, he noted one thing he loved about each client conversation, one personal growth insight from that day, one small win in his marketing funnel. This gratitude practice amplified his attraction energy, making him magnetically attractive. 2. Collaborators and referrals. Overcoming resistance. Not every day was triumphant. Ethan faced stalled deals and unanswered emails. The inner critic whispered, "This isn't working. You're fooling yourself." Proctor's words echoed back, "The only limits in your life are those you set in your own mind." To combat resistance, Ethan developed an action headwind plan. Acknowledge the negative thought. Reframe it. This setback is data, not destiny. Take a micro-action. Send one follow-up, even if it feels awkward. He learned setbacks were fuel for bigger breakthroughs when met with courage. Scaling through synergy. By month 3, Catalyst Creations' pipeline swelled. Ethan hired Maria Fulton to nurture leads. He partnered with a freelance copywriter. He integrated automations for proposals. He saw how attraction drew opportunities, warm referrals, serendipitous introductions, while action converted them into revenue. His revenue jumped from $15,000 to $35,000 monthly. And more importantly, he felt mastery, a harmony of dream and doing, cultivating an abundant mindset team. Robinson said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." Proctor expanded on this, teaching that collective vibration shapes results. Ethan built a power pod, a weekly peer group of high achievers. They shared goals, celebrated wins, and held one another accountable for non-negotiable actions. His team adopted the daily blueprint. Cold calls became rituals, not chores. Vision boards adorned the office. Gratitude rounds opened every meeting. This cultural shift multiplied their output. Traffic to client websites soared. Retention skyrocketed. Referrals poured in. The attraction-action continuum at the 6-month mark. Ethan mapped his journey as a continuum. Attract, vision, belief, visualization, activate, state management. Micro-actions accelerate, massive outreach, partnerships amplify, team synergy, systems. He realized the continuum never ends. Each victory plants the seed for the next level of attraction, requiring new actions, fueling bigger dreams. Once you awaken to your innate capacity, Proctor taught, you command both the infinite possibilities of attraction and the unstoppable momentum of action. Beyond business personal transformation, while business thrived, Ethan also experienced personal breakthroughs. He reinvented his health habits, attracted more energy, acted with discipline. He deepened relationships, visualized empathy, took time each day to connect, contributed to community-attracted causes, volunteered time actively. The 2 laws permeated every aspect of life. The ultimate dust. A sudden market shift tested Ethan's resolve. A major client paused their contract. Revenues dipped 25% in 1 week. The old Ethan would panic. As the new Ethan invoked the continuum, attract, visualize new, even bigger clients, activate, rally the team. Brainstorm, repeat response, offers accelerate. Launch a flash consulting sprint for struggling businesses, amplify. Share testimonials. Broadcast wins on social media within a month. Revenue rebounded and topped previous highs. He turned crisis into catalyst, the ripple into legacy. Today, Catalyst Creations is a 6-figure agency respected for both innovation and integrity. But Ethan's greatest impact has been lives transformed. He mentors emerging entrepreneurs. In Proctor-inspired principles, He hosts workshops on balancing vision with execution. He writes weekly articles on the attraction-action continuum. He often shares Proctor's mantra with his mentees: set a goal so big that it excites and scares you. Then take one small step today. Your call to power. You've walked Ethan's journey from belief in balance to mastery of 2 universal laws. Now it's your turn. Decide. Commit to blending attraction with action. Design. Create your own daily blueprint. Visualize. Act. Reflect. Do you take one bold step toward your vision right now? Remember Proctor's final reminder: the only thing standing between you and your goal is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Rewrite that story. Leverage the law of attraction, embrace the law of action, and watch your life transform.